everyone, Woodstock here. So, like a lot of folks, I'm really excited for NXT TakeOver in your house, and I decided that I'd like to do a video giving my predictions on it before the show goes on Sunday night. So, let's get started. Oh, yeah, and before we actually do get started, I suppose I should give my credentials to why my opinion should actually matter to you if you're someone who doesn't actively follow my channel, which is well, I don't have any credentials as to why my opinion matters. I'm just a guy on YouTube who likes to talk about wrestling. So, stick around if you want to hear my predictions. If you don't, well, okay, suit yourself. Have a great day. Enjoy the show. Okay, so there are 5 matches on the card. Karrion Kross versus Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole versus Johnny Gargano versus Pete Dunne, Cameron Grimes versus LA Knight, Mercedes Martinez versus Ziya Lee, Raquel Gonzalez versus Ember Moon, Bronson Reed and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. My expectation here is first match is going to be Cameron versus LA for the $1 Million Championship in a ladder match. And my prediction, I'm going to go for the outside choice and say they're probably going to keep this feud going a little bit longer, and that LA Knight is going to be first $1 Million champion of the 2020s. I suggest this because I think they probably want to build up LA Knight some more, and I think a loss is probably a good way to set up Cameron as your underdog babyface, like they seem to be setting him up to be right now. This one, though, I will not be surprised at all if I turn out to be wrong, because they have been doing a lot of work with Cameron lately, and yeah, it seems like it would be a smart choice. But I'm sticking to my guns here, and I'm going to say LA Knight is your new $1 Million champion. Next up, I'm going to assume it's going to be Raquel versus Ember for the NXT Women's Championship, and I think safe money says Raquel retains here. Ember is really great, and I would love for her to be a 2-time NXT Women's Champion, but at this point, I'd say it's pretty safe to say they're strapping the rocket to Raquel, and she's going to be holding that Women's Championship for a little while longer at the very least. I'd say the latest you can expect her to drop it would be maybe September, but no, I think she's going to be stuck with that title for a good long while. So, yeah, Raquel to retain. Sandwiched in between all these title matches, I'm going to guess we get Mercedes Martinez versus Ziya Lee. And this one, I think it's pretty clear where Ziya's going over. They've been doing a lot of character work with Ziya over the past few months. I think it would make sense for her to get her first big pay-per-view victory over a veteran like Mercedes. Don't expect this to be a squash, though. This will be a match where they pull out a lot of the stops, but maybe not all the stops. Expect something that's shorter than the rest of the matches on the card, but not short period. This will go over 10 minutes, but it might not go over 15, I'd say. Okay, and the next on the card, I'm going to guess it's going to be Bronson and MSK versus Legado del Fantasma. If this was just Bronson versus Santos, I would say Santos goes over. But since we got MSK in this, I'm going to guess Bronson and MSK both retain. I think that they definitely want to keep the belts on MSK for quite a while. They won the Dusty Cup, they won the tag team titles. They want these guys to be their big babyface team. They want these dudes to be just their good old boy, millennial, Gen Z, nice boys. Best boys, if you will. Bronson Reed, I can see him being a transitional champion from Johnny to Santos. But I think at this point, if he's in a 6-on-6 match, or a 3-on-3 match, it's going to be him retaining, but it's not going to be him making the pin, I say. And finally, we have our NXT Men's Championship match. A fatal 5-way between the champion Karrion Kross, Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne. Now, in the press conference earlier today, as I'm recording this, Karrion did suggest that his main worry would be Kyle O'Reilly submitting Adam Cole. And on the list of possibilities, I'd say that might be the second most likely. The absolute most likely, Karrion demolishes Adam for the victory. Kyle, Johnny, and Pete, they all do what they can, but this match is mostly going to be a contest between Karrion and Adam, where Karrion goes out of his way to prove he can be technical, he can go just as much in the ring as basically these cruiserweights. Just because he's your typical passes the airport test dude does not mean he can't fucking go. And I'm guessing that's what he's going to prove specifically to Adam in this match, but also don't expect him to not rely on his usual power and brutality, because again, he will demolish Adam. After this, expect Adam to show up on Monday Night Raw. And that was my predictions. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm a fucking dumbass who doesn't know what the hell he's talking about? Feel free to let me know in the comments. And if you're seeing this long after TakeOver is come and gone, feel free to drop me a comment saying what a dumbass I am for getting all the predictions wrong. Just every single prediction. Just every single one. Or tell me that I'm a prophet for getting every single one right. You choose. You make the call. Until then, have a great night. Woodstock out.